Happy holidays and Merry Christmas. My name's Loretta Petite, and I've got two gentlemen in the booth with me today. We're going to talk about just the holidays, about life, about his great music, and about the availability for your events this season, whenever. So I'd like to, of course, present to you this morning, introduce you to Reverend Ken Davis. How are you, sir?
Doing fine.
I can't hear you.
Doing real good.
I can't hear you.
Doing real good.
You're doing real good. Well, you're
Yes,
looking great as well.
Thank you. You do
Praise the
too.
Lord. Thank you. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Good to meet you.
And then to The Voice. All right, The Voice. We're talking about none other than Brother Cal Marshall. How are you, sir?
I am doing great. Good morning to you.
Okay, I'm going to try and get him to sing a little bit for us in the studio. Have a little studio action, you know what I'm saying? But before all of that, I do want to talk to him about his CD that he's got out. And, of course, if there are any events already on his agenda, want to know about that. And, of course, we want to find out about you, too, Rev.
Okay. All right.
We want to know, Pastor Davis, what's going on with you, the name of your church, and things of that nature. So I want to take this opportunity, of course, to let you know what's up ahead. So don't go away. Stay right here with us. As a matter of fact, if you're viewing on social media, share and ask someone else to join on in. They're going to have a great time with us on this morning. It is such a great day to be alive. All righty then. So as we prepare for the show today, again, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas. Happy holidays. Don't spend too much. When you get in the kitchen and start hitting those pots and pans, don't cook too much. And make sure you just have yourself a great time. All righty then. So, Rev, Pastor Ken Davis. I don't know how I just start calling you Rev.
That's all right.
Pastor Ken Davis. What is the name of your church?
Lower Light Baptist Church.
I know your church so well. Oh, my goodness. I know your church so well. The Lower Light Baptist Church, located on Ray Avenue.
New Orleans East.
New Orleans East,
Louisiana.
we call it the Goose.
That's right.
I'm from the Goose.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
How about that? So how long have you been the pastor there?
15 years now.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Well, I haven't been back there in a while.
Yeah.
I mean, I drive down memory lane sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Lower Light Baptist Church, and you have a Christmas service coming up, or
Yeah,
something
well,
around the
Christmas,
season?
Christmas, that's Sunday before Christmas, with regular service for 10:30.
And that's the day before.
Yes, that's the day before.
So on Christmas, everybody can stay home,
Yeah.
and sleep late, and they could. We want you to. Yes, sir. You were saying about your services. I don't know if the people were able
Yeah,
to hear
it's
you.
well, it'll be a 10:30 service on Christmas Eve, Sunday, and that's our regular service time anyway. So it's not a special service, but it'll be a special Christmas Eve service.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that's going to be. Give us the address. I mean, I know where it is.
Okay, the address is 4422 Ray Avenue, New Orleans East, right off of Chef Highway.
And so if you exit Dalman,
You exit Dalman, you'll come down.
to the next light,
Yeah, to the
which is Dale, and you got to turn around. Correct.
Make a yes. Or if you come off of Dalman, you can turn before you get to Dale. It's right as soon as you
That's
come
true, you
under the
can.
underpass. There is a Chevron gas station, and you'll make a left there, the second block of Ray Avenue.
That's right. Okay, the Lower Light Baptist Church. Hello to all of you that attend Lower Light. And so to you, Brother Cal, so how long have you been singing?
I have been singing since I was about 8 years old. Started in the secular world, and then just got a touch from God about 11 or 12 at a very, very young age. Was rooted in the church, rooted in a Baptist church.
Okay.
And now I'm just in a place right now where God is really been working on my behalf, working with us with New Creation and what we're doing.
So your group
and
is
we're
called
very
New
excited.
Creation.
Yeah, the organization is actually an organization. It's called New Creation.
Okay.
And New Creation is an organization based on developmental artists, developmental individuals that want to pursue a career in gospel music.
Really? So
So-
you're developing.
Yes, it starts with development. It starts with mentoring. It starts with ministry.
That's beautiful.
So it's sort of like a step that we take, and I am the catapult. So I'm kind of using myself as a model of what we want to resemble, what we want to persuade our audience to be, and what we want to be for the audience. So it starts with me, and that starts with singing gospel music and promoting ourselves in that area.
Right. Okay. So when you decided to go secular initially, you were with a group or you were a solo artist?
So I was rooted in the church, but I did have a few groups in high school. We did a lot of different talent shows. I've even been on a secular record company. I've had an opportunity there.
Okay, that's
and,
great.
The Lord just touched me in a different way to move in a different direction. And
Somebody was praying for you, huh?
yes, and I'm just excited to be a part of the kingdom and God using me for the gifts that I have.
Yeah, when I said that, I just heard a song in my head, somebody, prayed for me. And I said, okay, maybe I should ask him to sing that, but I'm not going to do it because we did settle on a Christmas song today. All right, so what's the relationship between the two of you?
Well, actually, Cal is actually our worship leader at the church.
Oh, okay.
And he's been singing for a while. And when I met him and heard what was in him, and I heard that it in him.
Okay, he has the it.
Yeah, he has the it. And I have been writing music for a long time.
Oh, go ahead.
And
so this is another connection here.
Yeah, but
yes, sir.
so I've never put it out there because I was just waiting for God to lead me in whatever direction He wanted me to go with it.
I see. Okay.
And so when we connected, we started on one project, one song, and it worked so well. We continued, and the relationship grew. We formed the organization, and it was kind of a struggle for us trying to get music and get together.
Yeah.
And so in the middle of that, we developed this idea that we're going to do, help others who want to sing, who maybe don't have the music, maybe don't have the direction, I don't know what to do. We're going to try to help those individuals get into the music industry by maybe mentoring, writing, developing, helping them to at least get some product out here where they can be heard.
That's a beautiful thing. So how old is New Kreation?
New Kreation now is 4 years. 4 years.
4 years.
Yeah.
How many people are you working with currently?
Well, we work with various people in the ministry, but
they come and go. They don't it's not like they stay year after year. Once they get what they need, they tend to branch out into their own. Is that what we're saying?
I think that's in the essence of this. There's a number of people we've worked with, not in the sense of we've put any product out for them yet, but as soon as we get our product out there, we just produced this product. And so once this product is out now, we've got a number of people lined up that we're waiting to work with.
Okay, so this is your first New Kreation product.
project.
Right.
Yes.
That's out now.
Yes.
It's out now.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, you're very proud of it?
Very, very proud of it.
Great.
Yes.
All right. Well, I can't wait to hear a little bit. I know we're going to go to something shortly, and we'll have an opportunity to hear a little bit of your awesome talent. And that's certainly exciting, waiting for that. But in the interim, are you both native New Orleanians?
Yes, we
ma'am.
are.
And what was the I think tug at your heart that made you decide you wanted to help others who wanted to have some type of a career in music?
I think
Are you the
because-
brainchild behind it?
I think it's because of the desire that's within me first, and just the way that God puts certain people together that
Right.
that have certain gifts, and with my gift and his gift, it was like magic. It was like a marriage. It was so entwined.
Yeah.
What he writes and what he produces, and how God speaks to him on a musical level. When I hear it and I process it, it's very, very clear to me. It's very, very visual to me, and God just used me so much when I hear His ability. So it definitely starts. It's a friendship. It's music, but it starts as a friendship. It starts as a bond that we have together.
That's awesome. I think we've got to take a break, but I do want to get more into what you do, and of course, I'm hearing the why of why you do it. And I want to know just a little bit about your writing skills. So we're going to come back and talk to you about that. Right now, you're listening to the second half, and this is hosted by Sinder Miller on any given day. But of course, you gave me the opportunity to come in today to talk to these two talented men of God. I'm Loretta Petit. This is indeed the second half.
From Movement Academy. When my grandmother was in her late 50s, she began walking for exercise. When she got into her 70s, she went to a community center and added resistance training. Now, just turning 90, the signs of dementia have finally caught up with her. But without those decades of exercise, how soon would dementia have taken control? Movement Academy has your parents and grandparents in mind when we designed our active aging system. It is a fact. Our brains and body decline as we age. But by improving the neuroplasticity of the brain, combined with balance and coordination exercises, people can improve their memory and agility. No instructor or gym membership needed. Exercise in private or with friends. Take advantage of our easy-to-follow balance and memory restoration promotion for only $10.95 per month for the next 2 weeks. Go to movementacademy.net and click on Active Aging Program. Then scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up. Exercise anywhere, anytime to fall less and improve your memory. We guarantee it or cancel at any time. Remember, Movement Academy keeps you moving.
Tired of feeling like a number instead of a person when you go to the doctor? Well, at GenCare Senior Medical Center, we know your name. We know your family. We know you like a friend and treat you that way.
Sometimes I forget she's the doctor, and I'll say, "Girl, you know I had a headache so bad the other day."
I like GenCare's approach. I smile when I leave GenCare.
I'm just like going to one of my relatives' house. I can sit down and talk. I feel like family.
I really enjoy my doctor. I have a personal relationship with him, and he truly is devoted to healthcare providing rather than just make a buck.
Oh, Dr. Jones and I are experiencing a great relationship because he listens. Just because we've gotten older, it doesn't mean that we're not able to do.
At GenCare, our doctors take the time you need. We listen. We don't rush you. Isn't it time you felt the GenCare difference?
Welcome back to the second half. I'm Loretta Petit, sitting in for Sinder Miller, and I've got two very anointed and talented men of God. We're going to get an opportunity to sample a little bit of their project in just a moment. We've got Pastor Ken Davis with us, as well as Brother Cal Marshall. Before we talk in detail about any more of your wonderful talents, we're getting an opportunity to hear something. So do you want to set it up? Tell us what it is that we're about to hear as relates to your music, Cal?
Sure. Coming up, we have a song called "God Will Deliver," and it's dedicated to the individuals that were affected by Hurricane Harvey. So enjoy.
Okay, well, let's enjoy.
Psalms 34 and 17. When the righteous cry, the Lord hears and delivers. Oh, 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 oh. Let the weak say that I am strong.
I am strong.
And know that you are never alone. He promised he would be there He's a God who knows and really cares. Trust him too.
He will deliver you.
Just trust him too.
He will deliver you.
God will deliver you, yes he will. He promised to never leave or forsake you. No, no, no. And what can others do if God is for you? When troubles come your way, just lift your hands and give him praise. Believe him too, yeah.
He will deliver you.
Just believe him too.
He will deliver you.
I know he'll come through for you. Yes, he will. Yes, he will. The Lord will hear your cry. He'll be there right on time. Better days are on the way. Your miracle is here today. So be encouraged. Hey.
He will deliver you.
Be still.
Be still and know that he is God.
Yeah. 'Cause he will deliver. And there is nothing that's too hard for the Lord.
Just know he will.
I know he will, yeah.
He will deliver.
Say he will.
He will deliver you.
I know he will.
He will deliver you.
He's a provider.
He will provide for you.
You don't have to worry,
He
'cause
will take care of you.
hey, the Lord will hear your cry. He'll be there right on time. Better days are on the way. Your miracle is here. The Lord,
The Lord will hear your cry.
he'll be
He'll be
there.
there right on time.
You gotta believe
Better days are on the
that
way.
your miracle is
miracle
here.
is here
I know the
today.
Lord will
The Lord will
hear.
hear your
He'll
cry.
be there right on
He'll be
time.
there right on
Better
time.
days are coming.
Better days are on the way.
This is your season. Trust him too.
He will deliver
He
you.
said he will deliver, and I know he will deliver. Believe him too.
He will deliver
You gotta
you.
believe. You gotta believe he will deliver. Be encouraged.
He will deliver
See,
you.
I know my God will deliver. No matter what it looks like, trust him too.
He will deliver you.
He cares for you.
Listen up. Your customers, our listeners, could be hearing about your business right now. Yeah, right now. Don't miss out on the opportunity to advertise with NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. Call our business department today at 504-475-4793 to hear about our great rates. NewOrleansTalkNetwork.com. We provide the people, you provide the business.
What's up, readers and shakers? It's your girl, Rhonda M. Lawson, sending you a personal invite to the Literary Lounge. Tune in to Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions each Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time for the best in literary conversation. Each week, a different author will join us to talk to their most important readers, you. You can also call in to ask your own questions. So don't forget, each Wednesday at 7 p.m., join us in the lounge for Horizons with Meet the World Image Solutions. See you there.
Hi, I'm Linda Lewis with Lewis Armstrong Family Services here live at New Orleans Talk Network. We're here every Thursday at 11 a.m. Come join us. Thank you.
Has a friend or family member ever recommended a doctor to you? A doctor that's near you, takes the time to listen, and gets to know you as a person, not a rushed number on a chart. A doctor that actually helped them get well and stay that way. More and more friends and family of GenCare Senior Medical Center patients recommend us to those they know and love. Why? Because GenCare treats them like family, like a friend. And isn't that what friends and family do for each other?
My family is very important.
We have the whole family under the same roof, as we say, and the same doctor who takes care of all of us.
Because everybody's healthy, happy, and to be together, you know.
It is awesome. It's wonderful. I tell my friends, I'm going to tell my family.
My wife is also a member, you know. We try to stick together. We've been married for 58 years, so.
Come feel the GenCare difference. That difference is why our patients recommend us. You'll see why.
Welcome back to the second half. I'm Loretta Petit, sitting in for Sinder Miller, and it is my pleasure to be here today. It's such a great day to be alive. Can the church say amen over there?
Amen, amen.
In the studio with me, I am honored to have Pastor Ken Davis, who is the pastor of the Lower Light Baptist Church on Ray Avenue in New Orleans East, and Brother Calvin Marshall, who is a beautiful soloist, psalmist, worship leader. We just enjoyed his video, and I was really moved by that. I know we had a lot going on in here at the moment, but I just really enjoyed your sound, you know, and I really enjoyed the piece. And you wrote that.
Yes, I did.
So you're not just a lyricist. I'm understanding you are also a composer.
Yes, I am.
So you can write the words and the music.
Yes.
Well, I'm a lyricist. Can you look at my stuff? No.
Yes,
so
I
you
can.
can write the words and the music. That's awesome. So I did ask you on break, do you play for your church? I just meant sometimes, because I know you're the pastor.
Well, we were in a transition period once with a musician, and I did for about a month, but I was kind of excited when we did get someone else in to play.
Yeah, pastoring is a big job in itself.
Yeah, and I wanted to keep my focus on the word at that time, you know.
Okay, got you. And how long have you been pastoring? Is this your first pastoring assignment?
Yes, it is. It's my first, and I've been pastoring now for 15 years. You know.
And so how has it been for you?
Well, pastoring is, it's a thing where you got to trust God, you know, and it's been up and down, you know, but in it all, you know, God has been faithful in all of it. So
He is faithful.
And I wouldn't want to do anything else but what I'm doing now.
Well, I know as a pastor, sometimes you have to deal with sociopaths, and sometimes there are even a few psychopaths that come in. But how do you deal with the highs and the lows of being behind God's sacred desk on Sunday and sitting in the back room with people that have dark spirits and have to deal with all of that? I mean, because people look at the pastors, they think that's glamorous. I'm going to go and get me a church and I'm going to pastor, but they don't always know the backstory. So give us just a little idea of some of that you deal with, because I know you have a lot of that coming at you as a pastor.
You do, and sometimes you just never know when it's going to come. But over the years, I've learned that the key is just to constantly trust in God and to stay in fellowship, to stay in prayer, and make that a habit of your life, because that's where your strength lies. And then you also, as pastor, understand what I'm doing is not connected directly for the people. I understand it's a calling. I understand God has called me. So my focus is on there. So when I get to those lows and you deal with those people that are hard to deal with, my focus is on, okay, God, I know that you'll strengthen me through this. I've just got to hold on, and I've got to prove that I trust him too.
Well, this is true. Before we get back to the music part, I just want to stay on the pastoring part just for a quick moment, because people tend to think of pastors as larger than life sometimes, and so they treat you mean, or they treat you in an untoward kind of way. But then you still need to smile with them, give them a hug of love, and still seem to be okay with that. How do you make that happen within your spirit man to be able to do that?
Well, I think that if you've truly been called, if the Spirit of the Lord is in you, we all have a tendency to, the flesh wants to take you that way. I can't sit here and say I don't get mad with people sometimes. I really do.
Thank you. Because you need to say that.
Yeah.
Look, that's real. This is about being real.
Yeah.
And so you get angry with people sometimes, and everybody's different, but sometimes your face show it.
Mm-hmm.
when your mind is saying, now listen, don't even act like you're upset right now. But your face tells a different story. So, just to be real with people who are looking at pastors and feeling that they can treat you any kind of way and you still need to be neutral, well, that's not reality. Reality is, I hurt,
That's right.
I get angry. That's reality, right?
That's reality.
And that's what I'm asking you. When you get to that place, do you say to your congregant or congregants, I can't talk to you right now? Do you retreat somewhere just to get yourself together?
I have on occasion have done that, but on the most part, I've believe it. My prayer life has been one of the things that have sustained me most of all.
I do believe you.
And so even when I get to that point, I think it's in Luke 17. Jesus says that it's going to be impossible to live in this earth and not have the opportunity to be offended. So
exactly,
I try not.
Great verse.
Yeah,
I love that one.
yeah,
Great verse, because that is so true.
But I try, and I try to ask God to strengthen me in that area. If I get angry, God will help me remove it, and the forgiveness piece comes in, and it's not even based on if a person asks you for forgiveness.
No, it's not.
Right.
It shouldn't be.
Right. You just know to forgive them
exactly
for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And of course.
And in your forgiveness, if somebody stole some money from the church, and in your forgiveness, do you put them back over the money again?
No, we don't.
Well, all righty then. Just want to make that clear. Some people say, well, you haven't forgiven because you didn't restore them back to the original place. No.
No.
Because that is not what forgiveness is saying you have to do. If you're dealing with the thief, you're not going to keep tempting the thief with money, right?
That's right.
Okay, then I just wanted to bring that out. As a matter of fact, I'm asking these questions so people can really get clarity, get an understanding that pastors, preachers, they're people too. They hurt like you hurt. They bleed like you bleed. And sometimes they have to retreat from you. I serve as a second assistant pastor to Pastor Deborah B. Martin at Greater St. Stephen. So I understand some of what you go through, but I only get a small amount. I am not the senior pastor.
Right.
She gets most of that, as all of the senior pastors actually, deal with. Because again, in your congregation, you have all kinds of people. Like it says, it's a hospital for the spiritually sick as well, So, all right, thank you for that little pastoral chit-chat. I enjoyed that. So getting back to Mr. Calvin here, our brother with the beautiful voice. And on the slide, I'm understanding that our composer also sings, but he already told me, hands down, I'm not singing today. So I received that. I understand. I embrace that. And we're going to move on to Brother Calvin.
Thank you.
Okay. So Pastor Davis wrote the song that we just heard, and you sang it so well. So what does it take to take somebody else's song and make it your own? How do you really do that?
Well, it takes determination from your inner self to be able to diagnose and be able to determine where you want to go with that. And God has given me that gift to determine, to arrange, to perform what I see and what I hear musically. Mm-hmm. So it's a little process that I use for myself. but once it's all together, once we get together, our regiment, or I would say like our what we usually do as a group, we work together. So he will start in a particular place, wherever God would lead him on the piano or with the words or the lyrics, and then we're usually always one-on-one. We're usually always together when we work together. So,
oh, really? Okay.
yeah. So
Well,
he
that
will
should help.
Yeah. So he will get something would drop in his spirit, and then I'm there with him receiving that. So we're both feeding off of that energy. Then it turns into synergy.
Okay.
So
Or I'll call him on the phone and get the phone and say, "Listen, I've got this going on. I want you to hear this. What do you think?" And
I love that.
It seems to work well.
I love that. The other question I have is, when he is singing your song, do you learn something or get something out of the treatment he puts on your song, such as, wow, I didn't feel it quite like that, but I like that.
That happens all the time.
that
actually.
happens
all the time.
every time.
Yeah,
Every time.
Okay.
He would start a particular song, and sometimes I would hear it a different way, but then when he hears it, then it inspires him to even play it sometimes differently, even change that note here a little bit different. But don't really lose the foundation of the song, but just when the two come together, the two gifts come together, it's just a beautiful thing.
That is a beautiful thing. I did some study of music some years back, another lifetime ago. And I found that sometimes when you write a thing or you put something down and someone picks it up and they give new life to it, it's like, whoa, did I write that?
Right.
That kind of thing. So that's why, that question, I was just trying to figure out if it's something that you grow from as well when someone else takes your music and makes it their own.
It does, because most of the time when I have something, if I give it to Cal, he has the freedom to just whatever he's hearing or whatever he's doing, I have confidence of what God has placed in him. So
That's beautiful. That is absolutely beautiful. So you have an organization called New Kreation. Do you have a waiting list for people who need artist development and understanding their gift and want to get out into music? Or do you have an open season where they can contact you? And if so, how and when?
Well, it's open. It's not an open season. It's an open invitation to whoever would be interested in some of our services. We don't look at a particular season or somebody that would want to come in at a particular time of the year.
I see.
Our availability and our services is to the public first.
I see.
So we always keep ourselves available for whoever would who wants to come in and they want to be a part of us.
Okay.
Yes.
And how do you mentor these individuals? Is it a certain day of the week, or is it private? Is it group? How do you do this?
Well, first of all, it will be by choice. So, we always keep ourselves in the market area, in the media. So when they see us, they'll come to us. Or sometimes we'll reach out to some people themselves that we see that will have the potential. But the way that we kind of work, we kind of allow them to do their own thing. We kind of allow them to be themselves, and then we kind of read through them, the artist, the particular person. So we're not coming in to try to change them. We want to try to develop them. We want to try to make their style better.
Okay, so I think what I'm hearing is that if they're already singing, you maybe go to a session where they're rehearsing, you hear them, or a session where they're on stage and you hear them, you give them feedback, and you give them maybe some pointers on how they could do some things better. Well, what about the person that's not yet performing but really want to have a strong desire to? Do you work with them as well? And is it a structured session or something else?
We've got a couple of individuals now that are waiting, and as we've actually just finished this last project, God Will Deliver, doing the video, and so in the course of next year we're going to start working with them, and as well as what Cal said, but even in the process of developing the song, in the process of doing the recording, all of that's going to be kind of like a mentoring to them. They'll get an idea of what it takes, the work it takes, how the process goes to even recording, even to the point that we had to, trial and error and learn ourselves on how to get your music out. The industry as a whole, limited to what we know, and of course we're still learning,
Right.
So
You're still learning how to do the business side.
Yeah, yes, we are.
But the musical and the musical side, you guys have that for the most part.
Yeah, well, the gift is there.
The gift is
But
there.
even in that, we're still growing musically.
Yeah.
Because we've listened to some of our songs that we've done earlier, and the ones, in our own opinion, I guess, these are better, we think.
Okay. It's like you as a preacher, though.
Yeah,
you
develop.
listen to some of your sermons, and you're like, okay, I need to change that, tweak that. Don't want to do that again.
Well, I wouldn't preach that
I
one
want to
again.
keep that. So we're always developing if we're open-minded, right?
Right, that's right. And so the process of us learning and moving, we're going to help all that want to be helped, and all those are in line to help in those areas that we can help them in.
Yeah. So it's only how many years is New Creation in existence?
4 years.
Made 4 years in October.
4 years.
Yes.
So in the 4 years, you have not had like structured sessions or like maybe a semester of teachings, or you haven't. That's not the way you operate.
Well,
right now, but I mean, you're open to developing into that, but you're not yet. And so, how have you been developing?
Well, we've been together for 4 years. I think with New Creation itself, the development of New Creation, the business, have been going on 2 years now, or maybe a little over 2 years. We were joined together. Actually, when we first got together, we were just doing music. He, he was. I heard his voice, and I said, "I got a song. I think it's great. I want you to try to record it." And so it developed from that, and then it went on. And then after we saw what we were able to do and the trials that we went through, we said we wanted to, use what we've learned to help other people.
Beautiful.
And then we said, okay, so we'll, it's like. A poor man words it's not heard. How can a poor man tell somebody how to be rich? So we decided, okay, let's produce a product. Let's do something. Let's get it out there. And then once it's out there, we can say, hey, we can really tell people they'll want to hear because they saw we've done it already. So that's why this project, beginning next year, we're going to start working with a couple of other artists that we have that are lined up that are waiting for music.
Okay.
And
I kind of understand your concept, though.
Yeah.
Because I used to do workshops, and I'll get back to them at some point, for those who would be authors. But when I became an author myself, I felt more credentialed. I felt more accomplished. And I said, now I can really show them what I know because I put it into action. But the truth of the matter is, when you said a poor man can't teach someone how to be rich, I can't show them how to be rich. But the truth of the matter is, and people do lean on that, there are teachers that have taught students how to be much more prosperous and better than they are.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And even Jesus said, greater works you're going to do. Not that we're going to ever be better than Jesus, but that we have a widespread reach. So in some ways, we're covering much more than what he has. So what we're saying here is that even though you may not have done all of the, the moving and stretching, your gift is solid.
Right.
And so you may not be able to show them how to be rich, but you can show them how to do what they're on this earth to do, and to, walk in their calling and in their giftedness. You can show them how to feel happy at their core because they're doing what they really, really desire to do, right?
That's right. And I think what you said is that the part of you being an author and being accomplished is, I think, what was the main motivating force for us to develop this project first, so that people can say, okay, now
I can really relate because you've done it already.
Yeah. I believe you know what you're talking about. You've proven that it's possible.
Right. I agree that people are like that. They want to show and tell.
Right.
But I was just saying, if they can just open their mind, sometimes the hobo on the street can teach you a great lesson
That's
on
true.
how to change your life.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
That's,
yeah. So this has been wonderful. And so your song is out, and you're saying that they're just flying off the, out of your possession, off the shelf, so to speak. So how can they obtain your CD? And is there a contact website, phone number, what?
Sure, you can find us at www.newcreation.com. That's NUKREATION.com. Or you can find us at www.newcreationproject.com.
Okay.
Also, you can log on to us on Facebook at newcreationlive.com. The music is also available in all major distribution sites. You can find all of our music from our first album to our singles on to our Christmas album.
Christmas album. Sound like there's a song in the room. So is there a song in the room?
I'm always prepared for a song.
Okay, so let me hear a bit of it before we go to break real quick.
Okay.
What you want to sing for us?
Hang all the mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better.
All right now. Come on.
This Christmas, and as we trim the tree, my hearts will fill with tree and bling. This Christmas, the fireside is blazing bright, and we're caroling through the night. And this Christmas will be a very special Christmas for me, yeah.
Wow. And that's where you want to go in and get those keys going, right?
you got it.
That was beautiful. Thank you. Song of the Season. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays, everybody. You just enjoyed Brother Kelvin Marshall, and, of course, the one that was ready with the keys. All right, that was Reverend Ken Davis. Thank you guys so much. We're going to come back. We've got to take a little short time out. This is the second half, and, of course, is hosted by Sinder Miller. I'm sitting in as her guest host today. My name is Loretta Petit, having a great time with my brothers in Christ.
Matt Peel from Movement Academy. When my grandmother was in her late 50s, she began walking for exercise. When she got into her 70s, she went to a community center and added resistance training. Now, just turning 90, the signs of dementia have finally caught up with her. But without those decades of exercise, how soon would dementia have taken control? Movement Academy has your parents and grandparents in mind when we designed our active aging system. It is a fact. Our brains and body decline as we age. But by improving the neuroplasticity of the brain, combined with balance and coordination exercises, people can improve their memory and agility. No instructor or gym membership needed. Exercise in private or with friends. Take advantage of our easy-to-follow balance and memory restoration promotion for only $10.95 per month for the next 2 weeks. Go to movementacademy.net and click on Active Aging Program. Then scroll to the bottom of the page to sign up. Exercise anywhere, anytime to fall less and improve your memory. We guarantee it or cancel at any time. Remember, Movement Academy keeps you moving. St. Anthony's Healthcare and Rehab is Metaire's best-kept secret since 1977. Located at 6001 Airline Highway, across from the Saints Practice Facility, St. Anthony's core values of teamwork, professionalism, honesty, respect, and excellent care have made them the choice of area families for generations. One step inside, and your loved ones will feel like they're home away from home. Your admissions counselor will walk you and your loved ones step by step through the process to ensure everyone is comfortable. St. Anthony's provides skilled nursing care, rehabilitation services, and is opening soon a new secured memory care center with 24-hour staffing. Private and semi-private rooms are available for your loved one's comfort and peace of mind. Schedule your free consultation today. Call 504-733-8448 or go to santanthonynh.com. Metairee's best-kept secret since 1977 is now unveiled for you.
Well, thank you for sticking with us. We've had a great show so far. We're going to talk to our guest a little bit more. We're going to close out with a great song that was sung by the very talented brother Calvin Marshall, who's with us. Hey, Calvin, how you faring so far?
I'm doing awesome.
All right,
Thanks for
having a
asking.
great time with you, Pastor Ken Davis. How are you faring so far?
I am awesome also.
I know that's
Awesome,
right. Awesome. Okay, great. So I was getting into asking about your family, Calvin the man, Pastor Ken the man, and the family man. You know, you have kids, you're married. So, Calvin?
Yes, I am married happily for 14 and a half years to the beautiful Latoya Marshall.
Hey, Latoya. All
Hi,
right.
sweetheart. And we have two great kids, Kayla Marshall and Calvin Marshall III.
All right. So you're the second.
I'm a junior, yes.
You're a junior.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, Pastor?
I'm also married. Been married 22 years now. 6 kids, but 5 of them are actually gone.
Oh, 5 are gone. One's at home.
Yeah, one's at home. An 8-year-old, as a matter of
That's
fact.
awesome.
Yeah,
Okay,
and
great.
so
Keeps you young.
keep you tired, but that's what they say. But she's a beautiful young girl, and Gabrielle.
Hello, the Marshalls.
Yeah, and hello
And
the
the
Davises. Yeah. But life is good, and I got great kids and a great marriage. Everything's
That's
going
a
well.
beautiful thing. That's a beautiful thing. How long before you started pastoring did you know you were called? Well, I guess you were minister for a while.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, actually, I was
How
in the
did that
music
go?
industry playing bass guitar at a few churches in the
You
in
play
the city.
bass as well.
Yes,
Man,
ma'am.
you're ultra talented, aren't you? Wow. So you play bass, you play keyboards. What else you play?
Trumpet. I played trumpet in school. Just me. My mom was an opera singer, and so my
So you were around music a
all
lot,
the time,
all
you
the
know.
time.
Yeah, and then we're native New Orleans, you know.
And she was an
Grew up
opera
around the
singer.
Neville brothers.
Beautiful.
Actually, we're friends with them, so it was
Music
just
all around.
all around, you know. So we couldn't help it, you know.
And I think spouses or people that are engaged or dating people that are in music have a hard life, because people that really, really love music, I find that they tend to be married to their music. They spend a lot of time with music. Well, have that been your case? You have been spending a lot of time with your music?
I can definitely say that I have been. Sorry, honey.
But I know it to be true.
She has been on my case
Uh-huh.
because I do, and this industry and what we do does require a lot of time and effort, and quality time, just like you would as a spouse. So
I know.
it does tend to take up a lot of your time, but the result when you do have it.
And
So-
everybody's not able to really strike a real good balance with that, because the musicians that I know, and I've been around, like I said, I spent some time in that industry for a while. It's like you don't recognize what time it is. It's time to go home, right? And you're still at it. So, you know, I know that to be a difficult situation, because music is pulling on you. Your significant other is trying to get your attention, and it gets to be a challenge. So, sound like Sister Marshall has been saying what I'm saying. Hey, I got you, girl. Okay, so you got it quiet over there.
Well, I guess y'all said it all. But we find balance. We find balance.
That's good.
Even for me, also, because I'm also pastoring. So pastoring,
Yes,
music,
and so that's another pull
and
on
a
you.
family,
You have to get in the word.
and I work. You know, so
Oh, wow.
yeah, but you know, God has given me the ability to find balance, and so I try to make sure
It happens to some,
Yeah.
and it just really never happens for others. But, you know, I'm glad that, you know, it's come to a place where you guys have been married for a long time, so it obviously has come to a place where it works for you. So that's good.
I think our spouses, not only do they understand, they actually are involved. Because Cal's wife,
she sings.
Yeah, she's singing background on some of the songs.
So did I see her on the video just now?
She's not on that video,
okay.
but she's very instrumental in writing.
Yeah,
so she helps.
I love that.
Yes, she writes.
Your wife sings? Or
she sings, but she's not singing on this particular CD. But she, a couple of the concerts that we've done, she's been involved in that and singing and a part
Well,
of
there
that.
you go. You make it a family business, and nobody's sad.
Yeah, they love it.
Great. So as we prepare to get out, I do want to ask that you would give your contact information again for anyone who may want to book you for this holiday season or beyond, or want to pick up that CD that we just enjoyed one of the songs from, as well as when we get ready to leave in a couple of minutes, we'll enjoy another one of those songs. So how can they contact you?
Sure. You can inbox us again at www.newcreationmedia.com, or you can also inbox us at newcreationmedia@gmail.com. You can send us something personal there, or you can
and it
contact
is on the
us.
screen. Look at that.
You can contact us at www.newcreationproject.com. All of those areas, you'll be able to go in, send us an email, and I guarantee you will get a response right back.
Well, as we prepare to leave, any closing words?
I just want to say thank you. You've
thank
been
you.
wonderful.
I've enjoyed it.
And thank you all for having us and for the interview. Just to make a note, it's 3 projects that we're doing. One of them is the New Creation album, which is With Every Breath, and the single we did, God Will Deliver, that was in response to the hurricane victims.
Okay.
So we did that, and those proceeds that we were sending to the individuals that were affected by the Harvey hurricane. So, and then of course the Christmas. I don't know if you would call it a CD. It's 3 songs on the Christmas EP. Yeah, thank you, Cal. The Christmas EP has 3 songs on it also.
We're about to hear one of those songs as we leave, right?
Yes, we are.
Well, listen, it's been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful morning, and I thank you all so much for all of this great information that you shared today and your talent. Absolutely.
Been a pleasure you having us.
I'm Loretta Petit, sitting in for Sinder Miller. You have been enjoying the second half, but don't go away. We've got this treat for you as we leave. Is it called It's Christmas or This Christmas?
So coming up, we have It's Christmas,
yes,
the new Christmas for this season. We just hope you guys be blessed and have a fabulous Christmas season.
Merry Christmas, everybody.
Happy holidays.
It's Christmas time again. The joy the season brings, laughter in the air, children playing everywhere. Unto us a child is born, Savior of the world alone. Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true. Family and friends together again. It's Christmas, Merry Christmas, Christmas time again. Oh, Christmas time again. Remembering loved ones gone, the air filled with Christmas songs, lovely being shared. Oh, the joy of knowing someone cares. Oh, unto us a child is born, Savior of the world alone unto us. Savior of the world. Hey, yeah, Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true. Family and friends together again. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Christmas time again. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah. May all your dreams come true. Family and friends together again. It's Christmas. It's Christmas. Glory to the King. Magnify the King. By his name salvation reigns. Come on and glorify the King. Magnify the King. By his name salvation reigns. Lift your hands and glorify him. Magnify him. By his name. Hey, come on and give him glory. He is glorious. He's worthy to be praised. Hey, Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true. Family and friends together again. It's Christmas. Tell someone it's Christmas. Hey, Merry Christmas to you. May all your dreams come true, yeah. Family and friends together again. It's Christmas. Merry Christmas.